voting date of ANC.
Okay.
So that is our time frame.
Okay. So Mara, in your busy schedule, my sister, do you have time to sit with me over the Safe Space Chats podcast? Because you need to come to the podcast. I know you're a busy woman.
It depends. It depends. Currently, the orders, they deal slow because remember that season, I know that hence I went into another one.
Okay.
But we will talk. We
Sharp.
that.
We are, let me fill the people in. We are live on the other app as well. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Losing in Love podcast with Madam Speaker. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self Love. If you're joining in for the first time, welcome to the family of healing, self-love, and motivation. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the continuous love and support that you are showing me. Earlier on today, just a few minutes, maybe an hour and a half ago, I posted a video where I was demonstrating why it takes so long, or me, not personally, it took me so long to come out of my relationship, which was not working out for me. Because somebody asked me randomly, when I was explaining to them, like, okay, so what happened? I'm like, okay, my situationship with, because obviously lately since I've been trending with my baby daddy, so they're like, okay, why did you guys break up and why did it last so long? So I was explaining, financial abuse, this and that. They're like, okay, so you knew this was a problem when you entered the relationship, but it took you 10 years and 2 kids to come out of the relationship. Why did it take you so long? So I did a video. I don't know if you saw the video tabs that I did where I was eating chicken. I posted a video. I was having a plate of chicken and stampane. Then I take one bite. I'm like, but I still continue. But I'm like, I'm biting the chicken, but I'm even praying about it, but I'm biting. So literally, that is what happens when we stay way too long in a relationship that is not supposed to work out. For me personally, I was in denial. I was praying about it. I was fasting about it. I was hoping for change. I was hoping for things to be better. But the last kick of a dying horse, in most cases, is when you really feel, for me, it was like, okay, I feel like I need to save myself. I'm sinking. We are both sinking in this deep end of the pool. And if I don't save myself from this one, I'm going to die. So basically that for me was like the last kick of the dying horse. So Tabzi is here to represent the ladies and also to tell us, Oriana, what is her take about the topic at hand. If you also have something to say, please request and join and share your story with us. Or what was the last kick for you and why did it take you so long to actually leave a relationship that it was not good for you from the get-go? Take it away, my darling. Yes.
I'm going to talk like a woman who has been in a toxic, or who is in a toxic relationship.
Okay.
And the one who is out of the toxic relationship.
Basically, as somebody who has the experience.
Yes, okay. But now I'm even putting their experiences here. Whoever are in a denial, no, but not me. Madam Speaker, we are there because we are saving on the insurance. This is our insurance.
Okay.
We still have hope that this is going to work out. The reason why we women are living is because of our personal interest and hope in the relationship.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with Lingwana. It has nothing to do with the kids. It's all about you.
Okay.
Whoever says now, go for say, I don't know, I stayed because of the kids, raise your hand. 10 of them. Or I stayed here, including you, because of the kids coming. Because of the kids after this.
I am standing. I am raising my hand. I stayed because of my kids because they have a beautiful relationship.
We are waiting for others. We are waiting for your people.
I can explain, my sister. My kids have a beautiful relationship with their father, and I was afraid that if I leave, I'm going to break the bond. So I stayed a little longer.
Did you stay there? Because of now, you know why you stayed? You have stayed because of you are still securing whatever you wanted to secure emotionally and your personal hopes. They had nothing to do with the kids because of even today you have a decision to either make the relationship of them and their father to be a happy relationship again.
The sad thing is that their relationship is still the same as when we were still married and in a toxic relationship. Like they still have the same relationship that I thought me staying was protecting them to have that relationship. They still have the same relationship even after. Imagine.
Relationship you belong there and you are securing that man for yourself. It has nothing to even do with the family. It has even nothing to do with the community. It's all about you. in the first entry point. You are willing to have that. What's the reason why we have this clothes is because of I still have hope that I'm gonna wear it, even though I'm aware that it's a small size and now I'm on a large. Every time when you see it, you say, I'm going to wear it.
I'll lose weight. I will lose weight one day.
Yes, and let me tell you the selfish part, Yarona, is that you are very, very selfish because of you are thinking for the hope of your personal benefit without taking into the account of what God has secured with, which is the kids, their emotional side. Ne? Madam Sipia, if you go to check in now, we are a different generation, eh? We are a different generation, but with the direction that we are taking, I really, really love it. Because of, let me tell you, our kids are going to call us 20 times more.
Hey, Tabs, I'm seeing Konza here saying that she for her it took her 20 years. That's how long it took her to leave that relationship.
Did she have an appointment with the person with the person who wants change?
Oh, my sister, why?
Do you have an appointment with the change or that thing, appointment till the fixing of the situation?
Hey.
Because of now, you come to me, Madam Speaker, you are saying, or no, you know what, you need to change and then everything would be fine. You will change for us. Who said I want to change?
What if I'm comfortable and I'm happy with what I am?
Eh?
I'm
What
comfortable
if I'm
and happy.
What if this is the life that I want? Because of sometimes because of my no, you are sitting because of your ego. Because of Rainy Litzorong, and then Ufila if Ekafuluga, yes, people are going to take me down because of I've been suppressing them because of they did not have the Rainy Litzorong. This is for your own title.
But sister, Mara Tabs. Oh, Tabs. They are my in-laws here from Kenya, ne? Please speak in English or in Swahili. Please don't discriminate my in-laws from Kenya.
Your in-laws,
please accommodate my in-laws from Kenya. Speak in English or Swahili.
That is why you are late. Listen, Madam Speaker.
I apologize. So.
That is why you are late. Listen, Madam Speaker, you know, the reason why I say this is because of most of the time, and you know, the reason why a person would stay 20 years in that relationship is because of during the time when they are in the relationship, they are taking care of their personal emotional needs and neglecting the rest of the others, including the family members that are around because of liridira di refri.
True.
Liridira di refri. I was telling the other one just yesterday, please secure our emotions for the time where you really need it. Because of now, today we're not looking, and then message, my wife, I apologize for what I did. You know, there's one thing when I'm Madam Speaker that I want to say. This is where the people are not getting it. When a person apologizes, they're not apologizing because of their fixing. They are not apologizing because of their promising you to reach to your other side, which is Kanana Yalena Lelwababiti. No. They are apologizing because of you are opening your mouth and you are making noise, and then now you are interfering into my business. Then I need to go and pack it very well so that you don't see it. That is the reason why they apologize. And the one thing that we need to change is that we don't have an appointment with a personal change. Yamut. If a person now is toxic in your relationship and she decides to change, that is for his personal benefit, not you.
I hear you.
It has nothing to do with you. The problem is we want to take credit of somebody else's behavior.
Those who are saying they're late, you are not late, guys. We actually started very, very late today. So you are more than welcome to request to join. Why did it take you so long to leave? All right, that's what Tabs is talking.
Relationship. So we are not living because of we still have hope. And the other thing is because of the benefit. This is a sick insurance. You can never leave your house or insurance on the car that you love.
So, Tabs, in other words, what you are saying to me is that as somebody, as you are coming for me now as your sister, ne? As perseverance,
Yes.
I'm not entirely a victim for staying in a relationship for 10 years when I should have just stayed for a year. Actually, I'm not a victim because I should have left earlier, Mara, because I wanted to benefit in that self, I stayed. So you can't feel sorry for me for staying way too long in a toxic relationship. That's what you're saying to me, my sister.
I'm sorry, my sister. I will not feel sorry for you.
Hey!
I would only feel sorry. Now I feel sorry. Now I feel sorry for the kids that enjoyed what you were doing in that relationship.
Yeah.
And neglecting their emotional side.
Yeah. I hear you.
Ne?
I hear you.
I don't feel sorry for you that you went through the divorce and everything, but I feel sorry for just the kids because they went through this, including the family, including the sisters, your sisters, because of now, your little sister have another picture of marriage that she was not even supposed to see. And I am telling you that 99.9% of the times, you are able to say, this is not even marriage. It was you fulfilling whatever that you wanted to fulfill in that person.
I am telling you.
So now I feel sorry for a person who knows the other version of you, which is your marriage.
Sure.
Because of you. I feel sorry for the child who went through what you went through 2 times, which is the trauma for them that might come after 10 years, because of you chose to stay there and made them see you ruling, what's this thing? Staying with a hooligan, and you were another hooligan to the child.
I hear you.
Because of that, the child did not have a choice, anything to do. Because it was your responsibility to protect them, but you failed to do that. And I so wish for a parent to there was nothing I could do. No, mama. There's something you can do, you were supposed to do. Just to see you are in a sinking ship. Did you want the ship to really flip down?
Sure.
What kind of sign did you want to see? Did you really want to see everybody being wounded? Your mom asorike heart attack. The two of you are coming.
I don't like Tabs, guys. Like, I don't like her anymore.
I'm telling you. You better not like me. So now, this is another thing when I Madam Speaker that is happening. I really wish people, we can heal from this thing. To accept, because of now, we have taught our kids that staying in a toxic relationship, it shows it shows your perseverance. It shows coronary. There's one thing when I Madam Speaker that I can tell you about. There's something called the challenges of relationships. Of marriage. Now, for the challenges of marriage, they include you lost your job in the process, and then now we don't have money, the bank repossessed the house, we don't have a car. Those are the challenges that we would be facing. Somebody becomes sick in between us. But the one I want to know, I decided to leave and go to find somebody. Those are not part of the challenges. Those are the signs that I want to leave and I'm tired. And you don't want to release me.
Sure.
And by not releasing me, you are allowing me to plan for the future. There's something called preparing for an exit. You are helping me to prepare for an exit.
Sure.
And then when I call you straight, it's because you were very stupid because of you have allowed this person to learn you and also learn your tactics of forgiving and other things. Then you started living in the palms of his hands.
Sure.
But it quite Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, I'm not gonna say it here, but
I know. I already know.
Madam Speaker, and bury me. So I need to secure that relationship.
Yeah.
So for securing it, so now you are telling me that when you are okay, Madam Speaker, when the two elephants fight, the ground is the one. that is suffering on the ground. The two of you are fighting and stamping on the kids. I want any other side. There's no plant on the side to survive or when you're stamping on the kids with your husband, you have realized that your husband is not capable or is not a husband, a good husband, but a good father. But you allowed him to be in the relationship of being in a fathership, being a father to your kids. But you have realized, oh no, this is not a good husband for me, but he is very good when it comes to our kids.
Then I became selfish and I said, because he's a good father, I will keep him for myself.
You became selfish and start saying that I will change him. How do you change a person? Madam Speaker, ke bogafi.
Yo.
Ke modimo fela tsebang go change motho. And motho o change ka appointment ya gagwe le modimo ebile a change it wena.
Yeah, it's got nothing. It's very personal.
In 20 years, it does not secure you a place to go back to that person.
Yeah.
It secures God and his appointment with that person regarding that change.
Yeah.
That now that you are here, I am. If you know appointment, so now we start taking in and taking in, and some of the things, if you see how critical are we? Even the bad things, you know and he started beating me, his trauma and everything. You know, I said one sentence today with my sister. Like it's more be able to mang o ilo dira license ke ka bona a ke na appointment le gore nna ke ta ilo dirisha motho a license if that person goes into that marriage and then afika mo hana anything, he needs to work his butt off to get those things.
Yeah.
If your parents did not do it, do not even imprison because of the reason why there's toxicity is because of now we believe that there's still a seeds that I need to plant because of this person has worked so hard to make me who I am. You don't even know that there is God who sends angels to assist you in other places. Maybe he's there, he was there to help you there, and he needs to leave now.
I hear you.
So when we were talking about, she said, but you sound selfish. And I'm like, I'm not selfish. It is not his responsibility. Now, when you are the wife and he's the husband, that's it. When did it come to a point where, that's why Rebelayana, Madam Speaker, because of now, we are saying, oh, no, he needs to give me this and that, and then take me to school. But now, only a household in the house. And he will tell you that you are not going to live with the assets that I have given you, meaning your career.
Our guest here, our guest who is here, Baraking Sagui or Sahui or something. Eh?
Isagui,
What does it mean, my sister? I'm Venda.
Legal podcast. I was misbehaving with that account. They said I must create this one.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, okay.
We welcome you with the new account because you were misbehaving.
But the other one is there. It's still there, just for
okay.
No misbehaving.
So how long did you last in a relationship and what was your why did you stay so long? What was the longest and what was the last kick of a divorce?
The thing is, you're going to laugh at me with alphabets because, Tabs, let me allow Tabs to open the mic and laugh so I can feel it here before I watch it on YouTube. Tabs, I was a faithful, Jehovah, I'm a mom. I was a faithful side chick.
Ha!
Laugh.
Ha! Hey!
I knew you. If you're judging me.
My sister, you were a faithful side chick.
Yeah.
For,
She had an appointment in that marriage.
The drugs that I was smoking, they needed Jesus himself.
my sister, you were smoking tissue. You were not smoking a drug. You were smoking tissue. My sister, you were a faithful side chick for how many years? Hey.
Madam Speaker, she was smoking coal.
You were a faithful side chick.
What?
My sister, for the why? For the who? For the what?
You were very, very faithful to the wife and the husband.
You were faithful to both.
Guys, there are some things in life we might just die with them, go to the grave with them. Because when
No,
people see
my
me
sister, I thank
on
God we are laughing
podcast,
about it now. It's a good thing we are laughing about
They
it
are
because it's of
out.
the
Madam
past.
Speaker, they are out.
Ah,
you see everyone is laughing at me. Wait, people, when I talk, I make noise.
we are children of the same mother. We are not
Wait,
judging you. We are just laughing because it's a laughing matter, ne? But we are
But
not judging you. Shame.
wait, guys, hold on.
Madam
Hold on,
Speaker.
Tabs.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, you can mute. Madam Speaker.
Hey.
Sagu was so faithful
I'm going outside,
to
so
our
I'm very
marriage in such a way. Okay, in such a way, ne?
Eh.
Any?
Our security, leading STI and everything, securing the triangle.
Yeah, come on, baby. No, it's so cool.
My triangle was in all.
She had to. It was a 3 foot. Do you know a 3 foot? Do you know what's a 3 foot Tabs?
Bona. Balance the fire.
Ah.
She was the oxygen.
I hope they bought her a G-Wagon for being a faithful side chick. Hi, bro.
I'm imagining her managing our finances, eh?
Ha.
What's freaking?
Yes.
Wait, you're making noise. I'm getting outside. I'm a wife now.
Oh.
I want him to start binding.
Hey.
I'm going to the car. I'll tell you what happened. Hey, guys, you don't like nice things, man.
Madam Speaker, now let's secure a second marriage.
I
I'm
love
not
it.
sure if it's the second marriage or it's the third one, but let her secure this one. Now that she has left my marriage, our marriage,
She's now in her own marriage,
then let's secure this one.
which is a bicycle now.
Now
no?
she's in her own marriage. Yeah. Now she's a bicycle. Then she was a tricycle.
I'm back.
Hey, come here. Tell us.
So
whether-
when I come,
Eh.
Tabs, when I come to the car, the network goes. Ne?
Okay.
But I put on the data. Which one do you want? Where she found me in a dog style?
Ha!
Which story? Where?
Oh, nah. Don't go to the dog style. I want to know, how did you become faithful to my Mr. Malebe?
Did he buy you a G-Wagon? That's what I want to know. For you to be faithful.
After matric, I knew he's taking me to school, and I was okay. I upgraded, and then I came back. I sat at home because what will I do? So I never had the only boyfriend I've had is this one that married me. Everywhere, guys, I was freelancing. Or I was just another person. I always find out that I'm not the one. So when I found that one that I met on my mother's birthday, I said, there is no way Mama can drop me. Never. And he said to me, Yana is not married. I'm like, that's right. We are all girlfriends. I don't want to know everything else that you are staying with. They are staying together. It's not my business. I am part of the girlfriends.
According to Home Affairs,
So
he's
we
single.
would go everywhere together, and I would allow him to advertise me. You know when the DJ is DJing, and you're standing there like an idiot. At the end, he collects money. When you go home after you suffered from all the cold, and he goes home and gives his real girlfriend money. Hey, Tabi, you know what? I'm just like, what if there was a day we went somewhere with his, the friends are snakes, with his friends, and then the car broke down. Was he not calling his wife saying, I'm making a plan, I'm coming? I call her the wife because they've been together for long. Hi, they stay together. And me now will make a plan. Where was I going again with other people's properties? So I was there. I did not want to hear anything. My aunt addressed me, my own aunt from Pretoria. Everybody was addressing me about this relationship. And then I was like, my mother would want me to be happy. You know, us orphans, we are full of nonsense. My mother wouldn't. That time my mother was the worst disciplinarian of the family. So, I was there, Tabi wena. Hey guys, the part where you said
security, Papa
I phoned my heart. My heart. Guys, women, we are strong. That's when I've come to stay here. So I was with him for like 2 years, and he dumped me because I refused to be replaced with the new one.
My
No,
sister, on
Madam
top of you
Speaker,
being faithful, he dumped you.
he dumped me because he was done. He found a new one. He's a DJ. What do you expect? And Madam Speaker,
Madam
listen,
Speaker. No, wait. She refused to be damned.
I'm undumpable. I was crying like my mother just died. Guys, thank God. Thank God for salvation. Belinda, I was crying. I was sending his friends messages. I was, and then the point is, I was faithful and faithful. I remember this other day, I went to his place, their place. Hey, it's been, hey, their place. And then I was there asking him, why? No, I don't understand. You know that thing types when they say, let's use my feelings. Hey, I was in there. I was part and parcel. That time, I remember even following him. You see when you follow a person in the street and then they are walking fast to show they don't want to go with you. Jesus, guys.
So my sister, so the guy's feelings. Wait, my sister. So the guy's feelings for you were finished. So you said you guys will use your feelings.
Yeah, we will use mine. Don't worry.
Hey, bona. I secure the feelings the madam in the house. I secure the feelings my husband and my kids. Tell me, madam, is there any time where you were found in between and then you were dished under the car or you had to hide?
No, I did not have to hide. No, that one did not happen. But the one that happened, I just need to go to open spaces. There, my way. Yo, Madam Speaker. Hey, I don't. You.
My sister, wait, Tima, you are not late, my darling. You are right in the right place. I'm going to give you a chance to speak. My sister, wait. Mina, I want to know, how did they catch you on the doggy style? When I tap the wait, I want to hear my sister Sabi speaking for herself. So they caught you doing doggy style by them.
Because all her stories, Kamuka, they are jaw dropping. Every time, whenever you need to get her on the podcast. This one,
And we are recording at the same studios. I don't know why we have not said. So we need
Hey,
to sit.
Bazalwane, I'm a wife. I'm a deacon. What's wrong? Where are we going to podcast? Already, I'm trying here to expose myself. Now you want a safe.
You don't want to come to my podcast?
You are not. Tell us.
It's
Okay,
fine.
let me tell you what happened. If I divorce, I divorce.
You won't
so
divorce.
what happened was, we were in the feelings. And then I went to visit. So when Madame goes to work, me, I will enter. Hey, yeah. Stop opening your mouth now. Sex Studios was like that when I told her. So and this person, if you see their picture, will ask me, you will tell me the devil was dealing with you. So we were there, now enjoyment, watching movies. You see that thing of binge watching movies? Hey,
Netflix and chill.
Wait. So, Netflix, even those ones, they were not, but something like that. We were there the whole day. I was comfortable. This was after a year of me being on drugs.
Being a faithful side chick.
Yeah. On top of that, I would give people his number when they ask for my number. Guys, pray for me, Sham. So, Madame decided, Raiman. I don't know whether she was sick or what, but she came. But the thing that shocked me is where I passed, the people where they were sitting were still the same people. They couldn't even just stop her. She came. Did she not find us? Hey, Jehovah Jireh.
So my sister, I'm trying to imagine this. So did she pull her boyfriend off of you while he was still busy with you, or how did you guys continue and finish? What happened when she came in and you guys are still busy?
Madam Speaker, when I divorce, I'm coming to stay with you. Anyway.
I'll give you my ex-husband.
He jumped off. He had to jump off, but in that action, he had to jump off, and then I did this story on my YouTube. It was my first story, and then it was half Mara. Then
My sister, please, me and you, we need to talk after this live. You must come to the Safe Space Chess podcast, Evan.
We did it, and then he jumped off, and then he held her. I don't even want to mention the age difference, guys. Just start judging me. He was a bodybuilder anyway, and then he grabbed her. While the Tentolozi was doing up, down, like she was going side to side, even it was going side to side. And then I wore my white legging and my yellow top. And then from there, I left. I passed there, my walk of shame. I passed there with my school bag. When I leave the house, I go with school bag. I don't know. I don't remember what I was lying and saying in the house. I went home, and then girl was there angry. She packed everything, and then he came later to bring me my properties, the underwear, and and he said, baby, don't worry. We continued to start to judge me. We did not stop.
You continued being a faithful side chick even after they caught you. My sister, your liver. You have liver for Africa. Your liver is as an African map.
But I was there confused as hell. And then when he left me, I cried. And then we fixed things. I began to be, sorry, my babe. I began to be side chick number 100, but I stayed until Mina was like, no, man, does this person have metric? What am I doing? What am I doing? Hey, look at me. It was like, okay, Nicole, did you DJ when you got home? Nicole, stop asking me this question, man.
You know my sister,
when I got home, I was still shocked, man.
You know my sister, and sometimes I feel like people mistreat you because you are high, you are too high for them, and they don't understand why you are settling for them. So they might as well just mistreat you because they don't understand why would you even deduce yourself.
Guys, I saw it after 2 years. Judge me. That's when I saw, no man, no man, what's going on with me? This is wrong, man. I'm too beautiful for this. Who's this? I thank God I never had a baby. Because you're going to pay to see that baby. I was gonna cage it, and you see it because it must be an instant something. That combination of a baby between us, it was gonna be something that must be paid for to see him. He was not my types. So, after they dumped me 100 times and I refused, I after being the side chick number 100 now knowingly, I then decided, no man, I'm done with this. Let's move on. I left it. I left him. I was done. He could not believe. And then because now the person I am besides me, or I can tell you what's that word where it feels like it's what you're used to. I dated somebody who made me a bloody fool. He had a whole wife, a proper wife in Joburg. Mara, that one, Madam Speaker. You see Mkonya, your current one. I just posted him on Instagram, and the guy drove from Joburg to Staylop. You know Staylop, I was working in Staylop. He drove, he came there with his Ranger. What's going on, Gargupi? Where? What's going on with what? Tula, teacher, keep quiet. You didn't tell me in the Joburg. In the Joburg, you have somebody, so shut up. That's what's going on. What do you want here? So yeah, guys, I was caught. If you want to know how it feels, it was so embarrassing. I had to walk a walk of shame, but I continued. You must know that when you catch your partner with whatever, it makes the other one stronger because we are stupid. I even bought me a laptop. How was I not supposed to be sure now?
And also remember, catching people who cheat, ne? It doesn't mean that immediately after you catch your partner, the relationship is over. They're going to continue. He's going to be sorry for the fact that you caught him, but he's going to continue because it's nice. Why must he stop because of you? It goes back to what Tabs was saying. To say a man will only stop, or even a woman will stop when they want to stop.
Let me tell you why I stayed for long. Let me answer that question. Guys, I have daddy issues. That guy was like my dad.
Sure.
My dad left us. He never cared. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. I was young. So what do I know about relationship to a point that I will allow myself to be passed by my types, intellectuals, to stay with this person? The only conversation we have is groove. Sure. But anyway, that is in my past. Now I'm older and wiser. But yes, guys, I was caught. If nobody has ever come to admit, hey, they caught me with my what downs, I'm here to tell you they caught me. That day, if I did not die, I won't die anymore.
No, my sister, we thank God it's the stories of the past, eh? And you stayed long enough until you've had enough. Now I'm just glad for you, Hori. There's no baby in there. you know.
Yeah, that baby, the way the baby was gonna be ugly, you were gonna see the baby by paying. I was gonna cage it and you pay.
I see somebody here is saying that I wish I could open a new account and tell my story.
When like in biology there's this other, in life science there's this other page where you do how a person came about. Yeah, somewhere there. That
Oh.
was the type of baby.
Yo.
Where people say, oh, Shem, we are blessed. Ask.
Did you deal with your daddy issues?
Like it's a beginning. I don't know. I've never been to therapy.
Okay.
I don't know if I've cancelled myself or I've been through so many bad things. I think that's all, because I can't say, or I've never been to therapy or anything.
But also when Sabine, what Tabs always shares on these platforms is that when you are one person who is very vocal, you open up a lot. And I do believe that to a certain degree helps with a lot of healing. It really does
I used
help.
to talk about it all the time. That's why I used to talk about it. Tell Pumzile or there by my podcast, I'm very different. You won't believe, on my YouTube channel, you will say somebody fake me. Now I'm a lawyer, Dodo. What? I don't know what they're saying on this account.
My sister, you must come there in disguise. You must come to my podcast in disguise.
No, Mara, this story, I'm saying it because it's there on YouTube. Maybe I closed it where I said I was a side chick. So even if I tell my husband, I want to go to safe spaces and tell them that, hey, Mara, that movie,
Yo.
that was a movie. That was a movie. That day, that was
my
a
sister,
movie.
but also another thing
So
is some of us, we've been side chicks without even being aware. Sometimes we have been side chicks being aware, or we found out along the way that we are side chicks. But we can't judge you for that, We can't.
I don't want to lie here and say I did not know. Mina, I knew. How did I know? I knew because I was going to the gym where he was a bodybuilder, where he was the instructor. Taxi driver, gym people, saloon people, same thing, same WhatsApp group. DJ, those people, they are the same. So to answer the question, I know the story was nice, but that's what's really happened, is that, Mina, I think I was in that relationship because I felt like that was the only man who loves me more than anyone. I was ready to disown my family. Tell me about it. Where was I going to go, Madam Speaker? Madam Speaker. So if you are a dad on this panel, go be a dad. Whether you are not together or what, whether you have money or not, there's something Madam Speaker always says, Hore, the issue of maintenance has nothing to do with the relationship with the kids. Just go be a dad. Go be a dad, because
when I say let me just to make you feel better, I know you already feel good about yourself. You don't need me to make you feel better, but just to say, I think our third or our fourth episode of the Safe Space Chess podcast, it's a lady by the name of Viantom Jali, who also came to share that because she had daddy issues, she didn't have a relationship with her father. She was in a relationship with a married man. She disowned everyone. She even stopped going to church because that man was giving her what she felt like she needed, because she didn't have a relationship with her father who had rejected her. To a point where she even had a baby with that married man. But eventually the man went back to his wife, and she's just sharing her story. This is my story. So there's a lot of girls who are ending up being side chicks with married men because they feel that daddy void being filled because their fathers were never present. It's a crisis, It's a crisis that we have, and us being able to speak about it openly like this, we are learning. We are going to do better as mothers. Fathers who are here learning, they're also going to do better and be present for their children. And I do believe that a lot of kids who have daddy issues, if you had a mother, the mothers were ignorant. They didn't know that them keeping you away from your father is actually them creating daddy issues in the future for you. So that means that even with me,
They did.
Means that even with me, I'm learning to say, okay, that means if I keep my daughter away from the father, she might have to date married men because she wants to fill the void of a daddy, of these daddy issues.
Even older.
Yes.
Even older, even if it's not married, older, to a point where you're sitting, because I think the reason why the family tried to address me, they saw it's not right. It's just that maybe because, as I said before, my family is not those people. They don't have time to sit down and nurse feelings. So they never thought of it in an angle like, why can't we ask her what's wrong?
Obviously, you probably didn't even know yourself or what was wrong. You're only seeing it afterwards. Hey, guys, can I
Yeah,
please,
but
give my in-law a chance to speak, because my in-law has not been speaking since you got here. Tima, my darling.
How you guys know? I'm just listening. I'm just enjoying the lady. But let me say this quickly.
Okay.
I mean, I don't understand everything that she's saying, but I feel like she probably like a nightmare for a lot of wives out here, you know?
Yeah.
But like, kudos to you. Like, your strength is top notch, for real, for real. So, yes, let me just keep listening.
Okay. Thank you, Tima.
Madam
Thank
Speaker,
you.
Yes,
I
darling.
want to ask Saki something. You know, the reason why I'm asking about the daddy issue is because of Madam Speaker, my dad is there and he's alive. Ne? He's breathing very well. O gae ka kwa, o gona ka
That's
gae.
like my dad.
Yes, but let me tell you, ne? He's there in the house. O gona ka gae now. So, and now he's sick. He has been sick for so long. But let me tell you about the issue, Jabu Daddy. If we have a boy child here, or we have Mona Olumo, or he's going to be there, or Govantate in future, if you are not present, Mo Bophelong ba ngwana hao, you must know that he will not be present in your life, regardless of what happens. Right? But the other thing that I have realized is that the issue of daddy issue, some of us, we go to date banna ba bagolo in order to replace that. This is where we were talking about the issue of Gregory, you were feeling your personal and emotional void through that person. Ne? And then if it's your partner, like in marriage, uswara a luggage a whole, because of now he wants to be loved like a husband, but now you are here to fulfill even this love more, which becomes too heavy for him, where you would even find yourself competing le bana ba gago mo lerato la papa bona.
Yeah.
Ne? With myself, when I'm Madam Speaker, I found myself on a point ya gore on my first year, second year, there's this man, or ke studied the property management of property, his properties. Ne? I took him like my daddy. Can you believe that on my graduation he was there with my mom, and he had a wife and the kids.
Sure. Yeah.
Ne? He was there. I took him like a father. Even after when I started working, I bought him present. But now, this is where I'm putting it in. If that man, if I had a void yahoga data, because of he was able to ajole bana ba sekolo, because more
I hear
but
you.
luckily he did not think of that, but he would have played that role.
He
in
could have taken advantage
in
of
my
you if
life.
he wanted to.
Yes, but instead I was lucky because of he did not play that role.
Yeah.
Ne? And then the other thing currently that I am working, you find that each and every time in that person's life, there's somebody who he puts in as a picture of a dad. It can be a colleague, it can be anything. When we just like a life and no, mutho already daddy mo na, only to find out where he's filling that gap. Meaning that it is very, very important for one to go through trauma counseling or to talk about it and to forgive. To just forgive and let go and delete if there's a delete button.
Well, for me, I agree with Tabsuri. For those who have to go, who can go to therapy and it works for them, yeah, let's do it. Me, I'm a person with I talk. I think my
Bravo to
story may not be
you.
known online a lot, but I talk and I don't care how you take me. I will talk. Even I used to like talking to strangers. I'll talk. That's why I'm where I am. For me, it did not make me, because of the other experiences that I once spoke about, Madam Speaker, and everybody, like, okay, something to do with, I don't want to, they're going to cancel it on YouTube, being abused.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. You know the story. Everyone else understands. I can't say it for YouTube purposes.
Okay.
I've been through those things, and I've been through daddy. So, night turned me in this way, my husband, sadly, there's sometimes that you can sit and say, do you really love me? Because my level of Zamaya, it's on 100.
Yeah.
I'm so used to being rejected that I don't want to attach myself to anyone. If you want to leave, I don't care whether I have got 100 kids. My brother, I'm working or not. Bye-bye. That thing is something that I used to be afraid of. It took me years to get over. Being dumped, daddy issues. It starts from there. Even this man is rejecting me. What must I do?
Imagine you were rejected by a hoho, a man that looks like he's in the zoo.
Yeah,
Imagine.
fear of being alone.
Yes. And then I've had an episode. This is what daddy issues do. I've had an episode where I wrote a suicidal letter. Hey, guys, mina I want Netflix. I don't want to let Netflix, Madam Speaker. Maybe a 50 part.
You are a cat, my sister. You have
every
9
time I find
lives.
a guy,
You have been through 9 lives already.
I've had, because every time I find somebody else types, it feels like, oh, at least this man loves me. At least they're not one rat. So when this person wants to leave because they say I'm not typing, I'm not their type, Mina, you know, jig and all those things. Oh gosh, we've
Madam
done it
Speaker, I was
because
about to say something
I've been there. That kind of concussion you make for yourself, and then for it to be dispelled out of your body, or for you to be okay, about to have something in hospital, I only please. I've been there because somebody decided to go to their type. What's that? That is a void that man called my dad, Emmanuel, the one who so loved my mother and gave her his son name. Couldn't think what was that. I'm not even a bastard, but you are living. What's wrong? What's going on? Why did you leave us? But you. So sometimes it's not about you, my mom and the dad or anyone. Just be there for your kids. We don't care whether you have money or what. The money party, we will fight. You will fight with your baby mama.
Thank
But
you, my sister.
be there for your kid. Will one day. I always say something. Bore, if there's one thing I can never ever be able to get over is the fact that if I could not tell my mom what was happening to me, my father might have picked it up when he came to visit me and stand at the gate that something is wrong. Maybe I was gonna behave somehow with him because I'm used to behaving somehow with my stepdad, you know. But because he was never there, he never saw that outward behavior, and because I was taught to that behavior, I'm doing it with my stepfather. My mother was never gonna see it, but had my dad being there, he was gonna see it because I was gonna be shocked. Are we not silicking? Those are the words that I was being told. So I know the silicking is between me and my dad. So if that man was there, whether he did not love his baby mama or whatever, or his wife, if he was there, some things he couldn't have stopped it, but he could have done something.
Yeah.
So just go be there, guys, because the issues are very deep. For sure, I admitted. Yeah, it's like I don't want to lie. In life, and when we are together, because nobody's more special like the other. But and now, guys, bye bye. Who sharp sharp? All right, sharp sharp.
Madam Speaker, can you go just Saki about the jig, ne? This is my friend. Madam Speaker, you know what my friend did, ne? My friend took jig, ne?
Yeah.
It's not long, about 2019. Anjabereka aja jiki I chapisha ka moganong ne I chapisha ka moganong o ka re o inwela I cholla mo fase then I kushetsa mo fase then I fetsa a day before o re lo krile accident a je koloi yaka ne a re ke mo kadimile koloi ya share ha monna so now I thought she wanted to go to pick something. I gave her the car only to find out this is orchestrated for Barakimang the husband ya somebody or it ana jiki ne I rinsa ka mo molomong I kushetsa mo fase so now the boyfriend ne had to leave the wife. So the purpose of the side chick, which is my friend, it was for the guy to leave the wife and choose between him and the wife. And then the husband took the lady to hospital. And then now the husband had to explain, come on, or now what's happening? So I wanted to ask Sagi, after drinking the concoction, did you want Mr. Malepe who to pimisha?
No, that's why I'm saying Madam Speaker must just get Kanye to write a script. We submit it to Showmax once. Listen, that is another person. That is another person. That I was ready. Imagine dying for somebody, guys. And
Yes,
then you
I
get
think
them
I
to
think
ask
I
you
think
what you're
every
living
guy
here.
I think every guy has a story of a woman who almost wanted to kill herself for him. Like if you're a guy and you don't have a story to share about a woman who almost killed herself for you, please come forward. What's wrong with you, my brother? Because even a hoho looking guy like Sagwi's ex-boyfriend who was looking like he's from the zoo. Imagine.
Madam
guy-
Speaker,
that guy is a
I'm going to
homo.
study psychology now. You go for counseling for free.
Tabs, that
For
guy
free,
is a
I'm
homo.
telling you.
If Shem says guys or something left, sorry, I talk too much. She must mute
Hi.
me.
No, it's fine. I know we have really deviated from the topic at hand, guys. Remember, we were talking about how, for a woman, what took you so long to leave a relationship when you could see from the get-go that the relationship was not working out for you. You have baby number 1, you can tell something is off. Baby number 2, baby number 3, baby number 4, but you still stuck around. So now, okay. So do you still want to come back when is it Kati? So basically, that is what the topic is about. It's just that obviously because Sagui and Taps, they are our people. We can be, we can also deviate a bit and share other stories, which will always bring us back to this story. So Sagui was actually sharing that she stayed for 2 years in a relationship where she was a loyal side chick, and she shouldn't have stayed that long. We thank God she does not have a baby. But yeah, why did it take you so long to leave that relationship? And what was the last kick of a dying horse, or what was like for you the final straw to say, listen, I want out? The floor is yours. When I Kati.
It's Katie.
Is it Katie? Yo, now I'm a vendor girl. Sorry.
It's fine. I think my topic is a bit different because I got here when I don't know if Asagui, what's your name? I don't know if I'm
Sag.
pronouncing it right.
Yes.
Yes. When she was talking about stepmothers and stuff, I thought you guys were just talking about the stepmothers.
Okay.
Because I wanted to share my story, but
No, you can share, my sister. It's fine. We are for all people.
I wish
Tell us,
TikTok had-
who did you almost commit suicide for? Tell us.
No, it wasn't really that.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, every lady has passed through that, but mine was a bit different. It was just about how life is, like if you grew up with maybe a stepmother and how life went on. Okay. It's sort of different. The topic is a bit different, but I wanted just to discuss it if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay? As for me, I grew up with my mom died at a very young age. So like I had a stepmother, and the painful part, this lady never loved me. I think it's because her and my mom were not clicking. Then eventually my mom passed away. Then as time went by, I have to visit my dad, but she never really loved me. So God really blessed me so bad that, my life is really good right now. And the painful thing, her life is not really good. Even her kids are not doing well. And I always have this guilt in me. I wish I could help her, but my grandmother has always been there for me. She was like, girl, just live your life. Understand? But the fact that she's there, she's not doing well. Like, it was really bad, guys. Like, so I just learned to be grateful. Like, right now, once I find somebody who has kids, I always try by all means to love the kids.
It's quite ironic. It's quite ironic because the episode that we're gonna be airing this coming Sunday is of a guy who was raised by a stepmother who was really terrible. Like that woman almost killed those kids, And there's something that I learned from somebody very close to my heart lately, where I was saying to him, listen, something happened. It was really bad. Somebody really treated me really badly, but I can't find it in my heart to do to them what they did to me. So he made me realize that I don't have to be out of character and do evil things or bad things to people because they did bad things to me. If it feels good in my heart to be kind to people, even though they did bad, or I know they will never be there for me, it's better for me to do what makes me feel comfortable. And if that means you being able to help your half siblings because your heart is in a good position and it's in a good place, you really just want to do it from the goodness of your heart. You don't have to step out of character and be this person that is heartless or that is not considerate or that does not want to help simply because of what your stepmother did. You don't have to step out of character. If it is in you to actually help, then you should help, regardless of how she treated you or how much she hated you. You're doing it for your siblings and also for yourself, because exhibit A, it's you. If that makes you feel good, then you should do it.
It depends on the situation. Sometimes it's more deeper than that. Sometimes you find out that the issues that could have involved police, that could have involved law enforcement, but they never did.
Yeah.
So sometimes you find out that you close some chapters and you try to open them, and then you find out that it's okay. Every time I try to open this, it takes away my peace. So I feel like for me, it's a chapter that I close and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I remember one of my cousins was like, why don't you report this? Maybe you'll have closure. I feel like it's a chapter that I closed. Not even my family from my mother's side know about it. I never shared about what happened, the kind of things that happened there, the rape, everything that happened there. So my main issue was that, what I learned from the whole situation is to always, if I was to date somebody or to get married to somebody who has kids, I'm gonna, that's what I'm doing now. I treat the kids like they're my own. You understand? Because I know karma will always come. And I know God blesses orphans because, looking around, every orphan that I've come across, they've been blessed multiple times.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I don't know if I'm being selfish or something.
No, you're not being selfish. Like I said, number one, take care of number one. If whatever it is that you're doing makes you feel good, as long as you're not doing anything illegal, for your own well-being, you don't have to be pushed in a corner to do something that your heart is not in that position. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't have to feel bad.
If I can say something really quick to Katie, the idea, what you said about, within yourself, even if you date a man with kids, because of how you are treated, you'll be able to treat other people's kids. The only time that is going to work for you, because again, you never know what is going to trigger you, because you don't know what kind of kids your partner is going to have. You understand what I mean? So it is very important that you take care of that inner child of yours first. Make sure that inner child of yours is healed. I promise you, if your inner child is healed, you might not even want to date someone with kids, to be honest with you. You understand? Yeah. So get to know that person, because it's very easier to say, because we are trying to stay away. We don't want to be like how our parent or stepmom treat us, this and that. In the midst of that, because we don't know the amount of things that we have to bury unconsciously, we end up becoming the worst kind of that person that we are running away from. Yeah. So please make sure you do that work, and if you already done it, kudos to you. If you're not, give yourself a chance to get to that space. And also to say to the actual question that we are talking about, I always say this. I don't know if I said this on this platform, that the reason why some people stay so long in a bad relationship, because a lot of time an insecure woman is a convenient for a fearful man or a toxic man. Okay, because if you are insecure about yourself and you are in a bad relationship, that is a recipe. That is all that man needs. He doesn't need anything extra, because he will continue to feed on or from your insecurities. And until you are able to heal yourself or able to push yourself above that insecurity and build a block of self-esteem that you're going to need to kind of catapult yourself out of there. Otherwise, until you're able to do that, you will forever remain there. That's one of the reasons why most women stay in a toxic relationship for a very long time. And even though they know that the relationship is not good for me, it's not serving me well, they do not have self-worth blocks to stand on. And for as long as you don't build, sometimes we might have a little set of self-worth, but it might not be enough, right? So sometimes it requires that we build new one and stronger one to help us to kind of see what is it about me, because you have to be able to ask yourself that question. It's not about the person that is treating you bad. No, it's about you. So once you have enough self-worth foundation, then you'll be able to ask yourself, what is it about me that's allowed me to allow this person to treat me this way? Once you are able to answer that question, in most cases, that will be the day the light bulb go boom, and you realize, ooh, no, this is not for me. And slowly for surely, you'll be able to remove yourself from there, right? So self-worth of a woman or a man, it is so important. That self-worth has to be the fabrics that you wear every day. Whether at work, at home, it doesn't matter, for your children, for yourself, for anybody, right? Because once you are able to see yourself the way God sees you, your freedom, you are free. You are free from anything and anybody. So nobody can tie you down if you don't want to be tied down. You won't even want to be around people who is toxic, really, because again, you already know what your self-worth are, and you do not want anything that's going to disturb that peace of mind. Yeah, let me just stop right there.
Thank you so much, my darling.
Yeah, I believe I've healed, honestly, because I've had, there was a time that I felt like I was not healed enough. Before I relocated to where I am right now, I had a chance to get married to somebody, and I was lucky enough before my marriage to find somebody who made me realize that I was getting married for the wrong reason. It gave me around 10 questions. I think it was just 10 questions to ask me if at all I'm ready for that marriage. And out of those 10 questions, I was able to find out that I'm only satisfied with 2. And I was so proud of it. Even now, even though I'm on my 30s, I'm not married, I'm proud of the decision that I made. I could have been divorced within a year. You understand?
Yeah.
So I feel like I've healed as a child. I've had a chance to heal. I managed to face my traumas as a young child. I managed to, I've been through everything. I've gave myself 1 year to just concentrate on myself. So I feel like I've healed. It's really very important because I feel like most of us women, we don't give ourselves a lot of space to just try and, live life, because of sometimes you find out we stay in relationship because of comfort, because of our lifestyle, because of certain reasons. But I was lucky enough to be financially independent, and I feel like it worked on my advantage.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. We're gonna have to wrap up now. So for us to wrap up without leaving anybody out, I'm just going to quickly let's get to Mama Nelly. Offense, I'm seeing her questions in the comment sections, but I'll give her a chance to speak, and then we'll close with hey munye le hey ya ne mulap. Mama Nels,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Talk to us.
Yeah, I wanted to share something.
Okay.
When you talk about step parents, your primary home is where you get love, affirmation, and security. And without that foundation, it becomes difficult for you as a person when you grow up to have confidence in yourself, because no one affirmed you as a child. So I was raised by a stepfather.
Okay.
He used witchcraft.
Sure.
And he bewitched me. There was a lot of things that were happening when I was a child.
Okay.
And one day, I think I was 18 years old. When I came back from school, I saw my mother standing outside of the home with other people. It looked like there was a housebreaking, but the only clothes that they were missing were mine.
Sure.
So the person who broke into our home took only my clothes, and then my mom went to church and they told her that it was my stepfather.
Was he
And
staying with
already
you
there were
guys?
things that were happening there, because he would just beat me up for no reason, telling me to find a man for my mother. So that's how I grew up. And we had 2 homes. So when we were writing exams, he would take my sisters away and cause chaos so that I don't study, just to disturb my peace. So when I just fast forward, I everything went well because I was prayerful even as a child, because of how my grandmother raised me. But the reason I got married was to get out of that situation.
Sure.
And so it was not the right choice, though I made it through. So these things affect you and your choices. And it's a process to heal.
Sure.
And when you achieve material things, you will believe that you are finally independent, only to find that you live with traumas and triggers that you don't understand. I was not angry or like other people, but I thought I was healed in my mind. And I was not healed because I allowed everything, anyone to just, I didn't know how to say no. Because I still wanted affirmation. I still wanted to be accepted. And the wounded child in me was still crying. And I didn't trust anyone. I would buy anyone for everything just to keep people. Remember, for me, my mother and my father, both of them, disappointed me. Because my biological father was not there. Yeah, now he told me that I cannot stay with him because his wife will be upset. But my mom went to church and heard about that, but she still kept me in that place. So that affects you as a person. That affects you, and it has a long-term effect. And sometimes you will see it. I'm 50 years old. And I've been healing from a lot of things that came from that in different stages of my life. But it's a long story.
Yeah.
So one day maybe I will get a chance to say it all. It affected my marriage. It affected how I raise my children. I'm too protective. In my marriage, I was just a pushover, would do anything for everyone until I ended up depressed. So some of the things look like they are small in the surface, and when we go to church, we spiritualize most of the things. I gave them all to God, but I had to go for counseling eventually because there was the work that I needed to do.
Yeah.
So that's all. If I can speak, I will take maybe 4
Oh.
hours, but that's all that
Yeah.
I wanted to share.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. That is so deep. I think the affirmation part, hey, especially as people from Black families, you know what? I think we are doing better with our children because we tell them they're beautiful, we tell them they're smart, but it's something that majority of us lacked in our homes. So we do turn into being people pleasers because of how we were raised. So, bravo to you, Mama Nels, for being able to, work your journey of healing from all of that, and also being able to forgive, even the parents, and just work on yourself and being a better or the best version of yourself and being the best parent you can be for your children. Tima, you want to say?
Madam Speaker, if I can borrow 2 minutes, if you
Yes,
don't mind.
of course.
I was going to say before Mama actually Nelly speaks, right? That as a human race, we owe it to ourselves that we no matter how long it takes, that we get the healing that we deserve, because we do deserve to heal, because everybody got a story, right? But if we are looking for a partner, because our experience, whether we like it or not, is gonna play a role as we grow up, right? So so it is paramount that we seek for that healing, and we seek it in the right place, and we make sure we received it. Because what's gonna happen at the end of the day is, if you don't do the work that you need to do, everybody got their type, I got my type in guy, you got your type, whatnot. If you don't treat yourself really well, your type actually is going to attract your trauma. That's what usually happens, because we think like we got a type. Your type actually might be your trauma. And when you got the work done and you healed, you realize that your type, you don't need your type. You need probably opposite of that. You'll be able to see it. So even though you know, oh yeah, he's my type, but I know it's not good for me, so I'm going to seek something different. So that we owe ourselves that we get to that point, please.
Oh, thank you so much, my
Just
darling.
to say something, I was looking at your video about healing, Madam Speaker. Healing is a process. Healing is a process, and you have to be decisive, and you should just be conscious about it. Like you must be determined. Or I want to heal. It is a choice, and I think I got my strength from recognizing that I'm wounded somehow,
Sure.
and telling myself that I'm going to heal for myself, not for anyone.
Yeah.
And realizing what that does to me as a person also. Because at the end of the day, it's my life. I cannot be a victim forever.
Thank you.
It's my life. I cannot be a victim forever.
Yeah.
And it's something that will never stay with a person forever if you work on it. So I've seen it in my life. It's like layers. It peels. Something comes out, something new grows in me. Something comes out, something new grows in me.
Yeah.
So I don't see myself as a victim as I used to see myself when I was a child, or when I was in my early 30s, early 20s. Because I'm just on this journey, and every day I'm working on myself.
And on top of you working on yourself, we really appreciate you being able to share your journey with us, because I do believe that there's one or two people who are actually going to learn from what you're sharing. That is the one thing that I thank God for, the fact that we are able to sit in platforms like this and share each other's experiences, not because we want to be victims, not because we want to feel bad or we want to make ourselves, people feel bad for us or anything like that, but just so that we can learn from each other and be able to, encourage each other to heal. I really thank God for that.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, my darling. Okay, we have Offense. Guys, time is not here. I'm worried about the time. Offense?
Good evening. How are you guys?
Good, thanks. How are you, my darling?
Yeah, I'm alive, Shem. So like for me, I need advice.
Okay.
Because somehow, somewhere, like I feel like maybe I'm bitter or something, no? Because now when it comes to my parents, truly speaking, I don't care. Because I've been told you are useless, you are what. Like, I'm staying with my mother. I think she's a ticking time bomb. Like, whenever she's angry, she has something to say. So, like, the only thing that will make me heal from traumas and everything is me moving out. And it's not like maybe I'm not looking for a job or what. I'm looking for a job like every day. I send close to 50 CVs every day. It's not like maybe I'm crying and I'm not moving. Another thing is like I have a child, ne? The father is not maintaining, he's not doing anything, but he always has the gut to call me and tell me how I'm a snake. you don't want me to see my son.
Amapili Fencer,
I'm
have
staying
you been on this live before and you shared your story of how you were in the Eastern Cape and your baby daddy came and followed you in
Yes,
the Eastern Cape? It's you, ne?
yes.
Did you try the maintenance court regarding the issue of the child maintenance?
I tried the maintenance court. So the maintenance court, this when you are this side, they serve him to come this side.
Okay.
When he had to come this side, he didn't come, he didn't call, he didn't do anything. Like he just went AWOL. And then when he did a follow-up, they say they can't find him and whatsoever. Okay,
Okay.
fine. But once in a while, he just called me randomly around 2 a.m.
My sister, stop
telling me
answering 2
how
a.m. calls, Nessa. One day you're gonna answer witches and you're going to be deaf.
the thing is I have the number. Now he calls me telling me you're a snake. You won't even like you can't force me to maintain a baby. If I don't want, I don't want, and I have a feeling that this baby is not mine. So if my baby grow up to a point where maybe Kero onale 18 years, and then she's fine working and everything. When he comes back and said, I wanted to see the baby, what must I do?
My
Because
sister.
then I know I'm angry because I'm maintaining on my own. First of all, when I want Pampers, I tell my mother, Mama Pampers, before I get the money, I get the lecture.
Okay, I said
Wait,
this.
wow.
Wait, my darling. I said this in one of the videos that I did very recent. Ne? I think the live that we did yesterday. That the onus is on you to fight tooth and nail to make sure you get the maintenance. Because when it comes to child custody and this guy shows up and he goes the children's court route, the family court route, you are not gonna stop him. The fact that when now you are the one who is putting in the basket, you are investing in this child. All of that doesn't matter 10 years or 15 years down the line when the child is 18 years old. So when now if you are going to say, because I'm doing this alone, I'm gonna block him, I'm gonna hold the bitterness until the child is 18 years old, I have news for you. Your heart is gonna be broken even more. In fact, you're gonna be depressed even when the child is now choosing the father. You will find a car parked in the garage, and when you open, you say, wow, my child, I don't know, mama, it's not for you, it's for my father. So now while the child is still young, you don't get tired of fighting for the maintenance. That's your part. Yeah, now he's gonna come for his child. That's why I always say, you see, when it comes to parenthood or co-parenting, you keep the door wide open, you fight your own battles, which you are supposed to fight. Because if you are going to say, I'm going to do it myself, I'm suffering, this guy is swearing at me, I'm gonna leave it like that, I'm gonna leave it hanging because he doesn't want, and you think that this man is not gonna come back. When this man comes back, my sister, you'll wake up in a hospital. So if I were you, I would wake up tomorrow morning and fight tooth and nail to make sure that at least my part, I solve it, so that when that guy comes, because I can tell you now, the way he's a psycho is calling you at 2 a.m., he's coming for his child, and there's nothing you can do to stop him.
Like now I don't have a problem, ne? Him coming, seeing the baby and all that, but now he doesn't call. Like my daughter's gonna be 3 years. He only called when he was 6 months.
No, it's
When she
coming.
was 6 months.
When the child is 18, it's coming.
Now he doesn't no. The calls are high. It's like 5 minutes call. I just listen to him talking. Wow, 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 wow. Drop the call. Switch off the phone. I think maybe we need a girlfriend then, maybe to call the girlfriend because
No, block him then if you don't have. I guess the child is not old enough to speak to this guy. When he calls, he's only speaking to you, he's not speaking to this guy, to the baby there. So block him.
Yeah.
You and him, you will meet at the maintenance court. The day he wants to have a relationship with this child, he will tell you, he'll make means. You understand? You don't have to tolerate nonsense because you have a child with someone. It's, for me, I feel like it's pretty much straightforward. You get what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, so please be when the thing is with you fans, and you've been tolerating nonsense for too long. You've been lenient for too long. You are the one. Are you not the one who took the baby from Eastern Cape to Pretoria for this guy's family to see the baby?
It's me.
You've been too nice for too long for nothing to these people. It's time for you to think about yourself now, to protect yourself now. You don't deserve these things that these people are giving you. Mara, you need to keep that door open because this guy is coming for his child. So now there's no need for you to be nice to this person. You go get that maintenance for this guy. In fact, for the fact that he didn't show up, he's supposed to be behind bars right now. You are too lenient, my sister, and you don't have to do that anymore because you see this bitterness. For as long as you are lenient and the door is open for... The issue here is that your door is open for the wrong things. You see? You are opening a door for people to walk all over you. You are Moses Mabhida Stadium. You are soccer city, my sister. And you are soccer city for the wrong things. You're supposed to say, I'm going to keep the door wide open for people who want to come in and see the child. But when it comes to the maintenance, I'm going to fight. I'm not going to be Moses Mabida. When it comes to people calling me and stepping on my boundaries, I'm going to block them. But for all the good, you get what I'm saying, ne?
I do.
Okay.
So
Let's
I want to
accommodate.
ask, how do you, like, you create boundaries with your parents? Because I'm staying with my mom. Every time when she gets a chance, what I like, maybe I'm not doing something. Yo, I'm doing this alone, I'm doing that alone. Like, Lena Kazama. If I wasn't doing anything, Lena Nagitor, you are like, Kazama. When I send CVs, they tell me about experience. Every day, if I send 20, 10 is they respond saying experience. Like, I experience it while I'm fresh from the college.
Tabs is asking,
Madam
what is...
Speaker,
Yes.
Offense, can you please DM me? I'll check if someone that I know will help you. Come say it.
Okay. We appreciate you, Mama Nels. Thank you. Ufenza,
I'll do
hopefully,
that.
yeah, hopefully, I appreciate you being able to come forward and share your story, because you see, at least maybe you will be able to get the help that you need. And let's see how that can work out for you. Hopefully, once you get a job, you will be able to move out and start your life and start your healing process, you know, detox from all these people and everything, so that you, if you want to form relationships with them, you can do it on a clean slate.
That's why I'm saying, for me to heal, it's for me to move out. Like, my healing is outside. If like kaya shopong or kaya molong, it's like I'm a baby. But then when I look at the door, I just change. As if like they have like a remote to my happiness. Okay, now let's laugh. Now you have to cry. Now you have to lock yourself in the bedroom. Now you have to, you see. So now the only thing that will make me happy, it's moving out. I think like I've overstayed my welcome. Go high.
Yeah, no, I do understand how you feel. Sometimes you can feel like that, especially if you have done so well for yourself and you have studied, you got your qualification. Even if you didn't, sometimes you can really feel like, when I visit home, I cannot stay at home for more than 2 weeks. Even like a week is enough. I feel like I'm a burden already, even though we have a beautiful relationship with my parents. You get what I mean? So I understand how you feel and I can relate. But hopefully, Mama Nels will be able to hook you up, and then next time when you join the live, you will be telling us some good news. I'm really, really keeping my fingers crossed for you, and I'm hoping for the best. I'm so sorry to have to rush you now. We're gonna have to get to
Thank you very much.
Mulapo so that we can wrap up, guys. Hi.
Yes. Hello, guys. Yeah, no, I'm closing. You know, I want to go back to the question. I'm in closing. I'm not asking a question or anything.
Sure.
Why do people stay for long? I want us to leave this platform today. We need to go back and try to think why. I think the reason why people stay for long, firstly, it's our backgrounds. I want us to go back into our houses, all of us. Where we come back, where we more is one day. When you get married as a woman, you are told to beg a zela. What is that? You are told to say, go ulonyalo, go get married, and you need to persevere. You know, you need to be mamel law. You change from munye to mamel law and all of that. So I believe that's where we need to start. I understand that we create platforms like this, but this I call it a generational curse, because we are the the generational curse. With broken families because of the same saying, begezela. You understand? If we look at it. So now I would say, as the mothers of today, we break this generational curse. All the women that are here, can we go back and make a difference? This thing of forcing our kids to get married or stay in marriages that are not working, or taking marriage as success and all of that. Come on, guys, it's 2024. You can be happy without. I'm married for 10 years, happily married. I can proudly say that. And I'm unapologetic about it. I'm not going to come to this platform and want to be felt sorry. I was once abused. I'll tell my story one day. Then God blessed me with a man. Now I know marriage, it's not a place for suffer, guys. Marriage, it's a place for prosperity.
Thank you.
Because that's a covenant that God bless.
Yes.
ke mo Modimo a blessang them. Lenyalo a se tshotlego. Can I
Yeah.
say it in my language? Lenyalo ga se tshotlego.
A se
Can
tshwara
we
thipa
stop
ka
normalizing
bohaleng.
those things? Can we stop? I gona dilo tse tsa go ntse go tuma gona tshwara thipa ka bogaleng ba gaetsho. Gona those women ba go teng re Mbogoto. We are not Mbogotos, guys. Ga re di Mbogoto. So what I'm saying na fela ke gore we need to go back to our houses and stop this thing ya gore o tlo dula mo lenyalong, because I believe I stayed in my previous abusive marriage because firstly I was raised by a mother, the other lady, I'm going to be a failure. So I stayed in the marriage because I wanted to prove to my mom. I was worried about people. It's like, we need to, can I just, I didn't know what had, but can we just go back and rectify the heights?
Yeah.
Like, we can't go on like this. We cannot be having platforms like this. I've got an 8-year-old child. When I got married, the second time, my dad said to me, and he said to my husband, if you don't want her, bring her back to me. I still love her. We need fun. When you get married, this thing I don't know Gaspedi game, but Gaswana, it's
Yeah,
like
about
women,
famulao. Yeah.
and you sit in Mukonengaru Musadi. They don't even know the man that you're marrying. Like, please. You understand? So at home, Barry, get like any changes. Now I'm gonna be that aunt. I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna be like you, Madam Speaker. I'm the Madam Speaker at home.
Yeah.
I'm the Madam Speaker at home, and I'm being judged. Then it's okay. It's okay. You understand? But we cannot tolerate this nonsense coming to the next generation, guys. Let's stop. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, my darling. Thank you so much. God, I wish this word can be amplified. Yagore, please normalize saying, if you don't want my child anymore, bring my child home. That thing needs to be said loudly and boldly and in front of everybody so that people understand that this notion, Yagore Musadu Tsoratipa ka bohaleng, you are going there, gone. It's the reason why we are staying. We are overstaying our welcome. We are staying to a point where now we must come out with a coffin. We are staying to a point where we must now wake up at the psychiatric wards. It's not, is it really worth it when you look at it? And honestly speaking, with what you are saying, majority of us, there is what influenced us to stay way longer than we should have. It's the things that they told us when we were getting married. You get what I mean? So, but then guys, I have to love you and leave you, and I appreciate you guys being here. This weekend,
They are the best. And if some of the international people like
what's going on?
big brands,
Who's
when you go
talking?
to their homes, they only work with butlers.
I
Why?
was watching
attention to
podcast and
detail.
chill, ne? Before I came here, so I don't understand why podcast and
No,
chill
they
is playing while I'm going live.
You see,
I
you
was,
see, I did not
guys,
say
good
that.
night, bye. I don't know what's going on.
Please, I want to say the last
I did not
thing.
say that.
I don't know how to do that.
Yes.
Level is
Because when you go to a
oh,
hotel,
shucks. Hey, English, guys, it's playing on my watch.
Technology. BBT. Anyway, I don't have much to say, but we whatever that Memo Lepo said, it's 100%. Let's amplify it. What I want to say, ne, ke kgopela, our children, ours that are born in this movement, re kgopela ba laiwe ke bo malome he ba ya bogadi, because as women we are failing.
Thank
Let
you.
Malumi to lie at them. This, please, anyone here, when your daughter gets married, call the uncle.
And the fathers,
Because-
let the fathers
And
balai
fathers,
bana ba
if they're
bona.
there, because Mina, I don't remember anyone. You know, my uncle is maybe Madam Speaker's age. 80 something, Malumi. It's about 80 man, because 83. So Siagai 83. So he did not. He said he just came. He said they said I must talk to you. He just said, my daughter, you leave. That's exactly what we spoke about. You live, you pack. Stop. You will understand until you drink pills for high blood pressure, HIV, and many things. My sister, you leave it, you take that American Swiss ring, put it in the toilet, and come back home.
Yeah.
You see, your grandfather's house has got 4 bedrooms. You will never lack a room. You come here and stay with your squad. It's better that way. So please, now when people get married, leave the old people. They don't know what they are doing. They are old.
Yeah.
Send Malume. Malume knows the behavior.
No
of
offense to
men.
the old people, but we'll not be taking advices from you from here going forward. I always say, I was speaking to this guy.
can't.
This guy that I'm co-parenting with, I was speaking to him, I think last weekend, and we're talking about how my grandmother loves him so much. He was like, very soon I'll be going to your father's house there. I know your grandmother loves me. I'll be saying, Magrisa, Magogo, please, I want my wife back. So I told him, I'm like, that woman knows nothing. She's 100 years old. Who would listen to a 100-year-old woman? You can go there, Leo Dirasquati. I don't know who you're gonna marry in my father's house. Definitely not me, So no offense to the old people, but when they talk, we don't listen anymore because what are they teaching us? We must move with the times. She's 100 years old. I'm 35. Sorry, I'm not listening to that woman. But guys, I have to love you and leave you.
Let us not cause Banavar not to grow up without us by. After people talk, what will happen? Do you die?
No, you
I did
don't
not die.
You won't die.
Mina, I did not. I was left in short. Just in short. I'll try to be short.
My sister, we need to
I
close.
left-
But whether you don't finish talking, I know I love you and everything, Mara, you don't finish and now I want to go.
Okay, wait.
Ma'am Jolo is depending on this. Evan.
Okay, fine, guys. I think the most embarrassing thing is to be left when you are pregnant. I left when I was pregnant, and wow, I lost weight because I was like, oh, what are people saying? That time, people don't give a damn.
They are having
They
their
were not
own
saying
problems.
anything. I remember my aunt saying, you are stressed, you are even losing weight when you made the choice to leave. Now we are happy you are pregnant. Instead, we are enjoying on your behalf. We are sitting here stressed. We don't even see that thing that you feel about yourself. So, guys, any opportunity you get to show a person that they are not oxygen, go. If you want to show them, go. If you want to live for good, live. But let's not make a zela. You don't lwala malwetse a mangwe le ge motho a sa o bete o tlo lwala kry-a o na le 30 years o na le high blood pressure. Let's
No.
live.
We appreciate you and we love you. I saw you in the comment section saying I have not said I love you. I love you very much. Tabsi, I love you. Mama Nels, I love you. Munya, I love you so much, guys. I appreciate every single one of you and the people who are joining on the YouTube app. Those who are only seeing the live now, please hop over to YouTube and watch the whole thing all over again. I love you. I'll see you over the weekend. I'll do a live, a random Munyana one, and then we'll just talk about whatever. If you want to vent, you're more than welcome to do that. For now, I have to love you and leave you guys. Tomorrow is hashtag Kwamlungune. God bless you and good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay. Bye, guys. Appreciate you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, please.